I fear that the sprayed edges epidemic needs to stop. So you know it's bad if I'm not in the mood for romance. Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So I'm in a reading slump and this video is going to be me trying to get out of said reading slump. So I'm essentially going to be vlogging until I feel that I am out of my reading slump. So I have still been reading, but it has been very slow. It has been very not a lot. It has been very mediocre, I guess. I don't know. Like, I have had a 5-star read this month, which has been amazing, but I have not been reading at the pace that I normally read at. So yeah, I also just have not been feeling like I want to pick up books. I haven't been interested in really anything. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm really struggling. So I bought some new books. In my head, this is what is going to get me on the reading slump. So we are going to run to the mailbox. We're going to grab my package of books that just got delivered. And yeah, then I'm gonna try and put together a TBR of what I want to read in this video. So yeah, let's go to the mailbox. Okay, so I'm back now and we're gonna see what's in these packages. So I remember my order. I think there's also supposed to be one more package that's coming tomorrow as well, but I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm in a reading slump because I'm not feeling inspired by anything that I currently have, which I mean, I have like 90-ish books on my physical TBR. It's not like I don't have anything to read in here. Like, I definitely have things to read, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeling uninspired. So I decided to place an order for some books that I've been wanting. So first book is Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Moss. And yeah, I feel like this book has been taking the internet by storm recently. I've been seeing a lot about it on TikTok. So also, wow, how stunning. And plus I did see this in stores, but I decided not to pick it up because they only had it in hardcover, and then they only had it with like sprayed edges, and like I fear that the sprayed edges epidemic needs to stop. So I got this regular old paperback with regular old edges, and so this might be one that I pick up during the next little bit. I don't know, guys. I don't know. So now for the big one. This one is actually low-key really heavy, but because I am in my fantasy era, I have ordered some fantasy books. And obviously, fantasy books tend to be a bit heavier. So let's see what's in this one. I did also order like contemporary, I think. I know I ordered a Kennedy Ryan book, so I know that's in here too. Okay, so let's see. First thing, Nocticadia by Carrie Lake. This book is going out of print soon, so I wanted to pick this up before it did. And yeah, I really loved Anathema when I read it. So maybe another one from Miss Carrie Lake will be what I need. So pick this one up. Also, she's very thick, so yeah. And then next I got a Tribute of Fire by Soraya Wilson. I heard Emmy talking about this one, so yeah, I don't know, picked it up, thought maybe. So there's that. I also got, okay, here's the Kennedy Ryan. I got Long Shot, and I've been eyeing this book for a hot minute, so there's that. And City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. Also, this one is damaged, so I will probably be sending this one back. Yeah, because this one is like, I mean, it's not really badly damaged, so I don't know. I might keep it, but this is way thicker than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, she's stunning though. And with the red spine, I have to say I think the second spine is my favorite because it's like that teal blue color. But yeah, so am I gonna read any of these in this video? I don't know. I bought them to potentially read in this video. Is it going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, I'm very much in a reading slump, so So I don't know, but I do have 3 books on my TBR for the month that I wanted to read possibly in this video. They're also fantasy. I don't know, like literally being in a slump is actually the worst because I'm like, I literally have no clue what I want to read. Nothing is hitting the way that I feel like it should. So I don't know. I'm currently in the middle of, let's see, I'm in the middle of 2 books right now, and normally I can read a book like in a couple days, and that's just like my normal reading speed, but it's just not been happening. It's been taking me like 5 to 7 days to finish a book, and it's like we're 2 weeks in to the month. So if you know that math, then you know that I've like barely read anything this month. So trying to correct that. And so currently I'm in the middle of Caught on Camera by Chelsea Curto, and this is a romance book. I've been listening to it while I've been working on homework because I have homework that I had to do and still have to do, which once I finish talking to you guys, like I'm literally going back to finish doing more homework, and I will have homework to do tomorrow as well. And I think that is part of the reason that I'm in a reading slump, is because I'm in a summer class this summer, and it is honestly kicking my ass. Like it is whooping me left, right, back, front, sideways, all the way to the other side of the country and back. Like it has been so difficult, and I feel like that is also a contributor as to why I've been feeling like I'm in a reading slump as well. So love that for me, but I will be working on some more homework when I'm done talking to you guys. So there's that. And also too, I don't know. So I've been feeling like I've been lacking options, which obviously is not the case at all. So I really just don't know what's going on. So in this video, I'm going to try and get out of a reading slump. I have some books that I think that I am going to read that are hopefully going to get me out. And yeah, so we'll see. I'm just going to be mood reading, but I'm not in the mood for anything. So oh, I'm also in the middle of a fantasy book. I forgot. I was literally telling you guys about the books that I'm in the middle of. So, Caught on Camera, Chelsea Curto. This is a romance between a professional football coach and a pediatrician. And so far, I am really enjoying it. I'm listening to the audiobook. I'm 12% in. I'm on chapter 9, and so far I really like it. So excited about that. And then I'm also in the middle of a fantasy book. I'm in the middle of A Kingdom This Cursed and Empty by Stacia Stark. And this is the second book in a series that I don't know the name of that I started last month. And I read the first book, liked it enough, then decided to pick up the second book. I don't know. I'm not really super into it. Do I think I'll continue the series after the second one? I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. But right now, the answer is looking like no, because I'm like hating everything that I'm reading at the moment. So yeah. But anyways, I'm going to catalog these new books into my Notion, and I'm going to try to put them on my new books shelf over there, and then I'm going to go back to doing homework, and then I'll update you guys again later. I will probably give you an update on Caught on Camera, and then I do have plans to start Beartown today as well, because I am reading that book for a video, and that video should already be up by the time this video comes out. So I'm reading Beartown today. I want to finish it today because I want that video up tomorrow. So we'll see. Because normally I can read a book in a day and it's fine. But right now it's already like almost 4 o'clock, and yeah, we're struggling. It's fine. We'll be fine. So that's my update for now. I'll talk to you guys again. Hopefully when I'm no longer in a slump. Well, I'll talk to you guys again before that, obviously, but like, we'll see. Okay, so this is not the update that I was expecting to give. So I haven't read anything else. I thought I was going to update you guys once I started reading something, but I did start Beartown yesterday. I had plans to like read it today. It didn't happen. So I read 14 pages of Beartown last night, and that's about it. And then today I've just been essentially sitting around the house writing, but I am getting ready to do some homework. So I will be doing that. I just wanted to make sure that I did that in enough time to watch Love Island tonight because Love Island is like my treat for finishing my homework. So yeah, I also haven't read any more of the Chelsea Curto book that I cannot remember the name of, but I'm about 25% into that book, and I literally made it that far because I was listening to it while I was doing homework. So I'm going to continue listening to that today while I'm doing homework as well. But the reason I came to talk to you guys right now was because USPS just dropped off my final book from the order that I unboxed yesterday. So I will be opening this, and I know what this is because it's the only book that's left. But this is a book that I had planned to read last month during Escape the Readathon, and because the prompts kept changing, I never actually got a chance to pick this book up, but I did go ahead and order a physical copy of it. This is also a series or like a book that I've never heard anyone talk about before, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about it and if I'm going to like it. But that is A Deal with the Shadow King by Anya J. Cosgrove. And honestly, I was not expecting this book to feel like this. So it is like a glossy cover, and it's also independently published, which I wasn't expecting either because of the price on it. The price was like $12, I think. And I feel like usually indie published books are a little bit more expensive than that. But I don't know. I'm excited to read this one. Like I mentioned, I haven't really heard anyone talking about this one. And it's a tall paperback, which I am a big fan of. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to like this one. It's a Beauty and the Beast and Hades and Persephone. It says, Beauty and the Beast and Hades and Persephone collide in this enemies to lovers forced proximity romance. The mysterious Shadow King is hot as sin, and the secrets of his world will bring any mortal to their knees. Slow burn, 18 plus, full list of triggers inside. So I'm assuming this one is a little bit darker. So yeah, looks to be a little bit darker. There is like the list of like triggers. So if you do decide to pick this one up, check out the trigger warnings. But I am really intrigued by this book, so I definitely would like to pick it up. But yeah, so got this in the mail as well, so I will be adding this to my Notion and adding it over there, which I mean, I really don't have any room over there anymore for books that I have to, or like my unread books, because it started out as like a books I need to haul shelf, and then it kind of turned into a books that I haven't read yet shelf. And so then I moved a few books that were on my shelves over here that I've had for a while onto that shelf over there, because it is books that I need to read and that I haven't read. So it is a little full at the moment, so I don't really have anywhere for this stack of books that have been sitting here since I showed them to you yesterday to go at the moment. So love that for me. And yeah, but I'm going to do some homework. I am going to listen to some more of that Chelsea Curto book that I cannot remember the name of. And yeah, I feel like maybe I'm in a romance mood. I feel like generally when I get slumpy, I start reading a lot of romance because it's just easy to read, easy to consume. And then once I start like flying through them, then I'm like more willing to like try other things and like get my like getting back into the groove of like reading more and everything. But I don't know, I've just been feeling very slumpy lately, so that's just been a little rough. But yeah, I don't really know what's going on with that, but hopefully I'm gonna get some reading done in this vlog. My uploads are probably slowing down a little bit since I'm not reading as much, so there's that as well, because that Frederick Bachman video that I was supposed to be posting today obviously is not getting posted today because I have barely even made a dent in Beartown, and that is the last book that I need to read for that video. So I'm thinking I might just like pull the trigger and purchase the Kindle book, because the wait time for Beartown from my library is astronomical. And yeah, so there's no way for me to get it on Kindle because it's not on Kindle Unlimited without purchasing it. So depending on how much that costs, I might just like bite the bullet and buy it, which sucks because I have obviously the physical version, but I don't know. I think too it would just be easier for me to read on my Kindle and all of those things. I don't know, y'all. Like it's just been it's been a journey over the past like few weeks. I feel like ever since I got back from Seattle, like I just haven't really been that in a reading mood. And I wouldn't even say like since I got back from Seattle, like literally for the last, since like the new month started, since June started. And I want to say too, like, is it a book slump or is it a book hangover? Because I feel like it could be a book hangover turned into a book slump, because the last book that I read before starting to feel kind of slumpy was The Lion Women of Tehran by Marjan Kamali, and that book was phenomenal. That book was so good. 5 stars. It was absolutely beautiful, like just so good. A stunning story. And so I'm like, okay, am I hungover from that book? Is that what it is? Because that book was a 5-star. And since reading that book, I have had another 5-star read. So I'm like, okay, like what is it? What's going on? Because I also have a couple of book club books that I need to read. Like I need to read Can't Get Enough by Kennedy Ryan, and then Wild Dark Shore as well that I would like to read. So I don't know. I really need to read those before the month is over. And yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that I can get over whatever this is, because it's really starting to make me mad, because I'm like, I want to read. I want to consume stories. I want to dive into new worlds, and it's just not working out for me right now. So I'm thinking I might try the romance route and see how that goes. So I do need to pick out 2 more audiobooks from Everand, because my credits reset tomorrow on the 16th, and with Everand your credits do not roll over. So I need to pick 2 books. I've been thinking about picking like Fairytale and another one, maybe. We'll see. I'm gonna look and see what's on there, but I might see about trying to find like Can't Get Enough or Wild Dark Shore, because I want to say the waits on those from my library are pretty long. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm just like giving you guys all the updates on everything. So that is gonna be it for right now. I'm gonna go start working on my homework and listening to my audiobook, and I'll update you guys again soon. Yeah, I'll update you guys again soon. Okay, so I'm all set up. I've got everything together to start doing some homework right now. And the name of the book that I'm listening to is Caught on Camera by Chelsea Curda. I'm about 25% in, and I plan on getting quite a bit further in it while I'm going to be doing some homework. So my plan is to do 2 45-minute sprints, and I think that should be enough time to get everything finished for the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my 45-minute timer now and get going, and I'll let you guys know how much I end up getting listened to during that. So with that being said, let's cue the montage. So I just finished doing my homework, and I only needed 1 45-minute sprint, and I didn't end up even using the whole 45 minutes, which is really good. So I had about like 8 minutes left to spare in my 45 minutes, but I was listening to Caught on Camera by Chelsea Curda, and I have my phone over here on the charger so that way I wouldn't like get distracted by it. But I'm now on chapter 31, which is about 43% into this book, and I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It is pretty spicy, which I wasn't thinking it would be, especially like based on the cover and stuff, but it is. And also too, it is set like during Christmas time, which I also wasn't expecting based on the cover. So I feel like if you're looking for a Christmassy read that isn't strictly about Christmas, I feel like this is a good one. It is the second book in the series, but it is the first book with an audiobook. So I wasn't able to listen to book 1 of the series, but I did download book 1 on my Kindle. So that way, hopefully one of these days I can read that and pick that up, because I'm really, really enjoying this series. I really like Chelsea Curto's writing so far. So yeah, I don't know. But like I mentioned, I feel like romance might be the key to getting me out of this reading slump. So I know that I said that you guys might see the Frederick Bachman video before this one, but it looks like you might be seeing this one before that one, because I feel like at this point I need to get out of my slump before I can attempt to read something else. So I'm probably about to be reading romance for the next like weekish or something until I can finally get back in the reading mood. So we'll see, but that's my update for now. I am probably going to start a rewatch of the OC, because I'm like in the mood to watch that probably until Love Island starts in a few hours. And I'm probably also going to call my mom. So just figured I'd give that update. I did do a little bit of editing and finished my homework for this week that was due tonight. And yeah, so now I'm gonna go do other things, I guess. And yeah, so I will talk to you guys again later. I am determined to finish a book today. So I have been listening to the audiobook of Caught on Camera by Chelsea Curto. And I did actually just download the book on my Kindle, because it is on Kindle Unlimited as well. And it is the second book in this series. So I couldn't find the first book on audio, but I realized at the end of the second book, they actually have the entire first book on audio. So I was looking at the amount of time that I had left in the book earlier today, and it was saying that I was only like 50% in, when on the Kindle it was saying that I was like 70% in, and I was like, wait a second. So I looked at like the chapters, and at the end it literally has the chapters for Camera Chemistry, which is the first book. So in this one audiobook you have 2 books. So I was planning on reading the first one, or like listening to the audiobook of the first one, since I did also download that on Kindle Unlimited. So I will be listening to that as well, because I am really, really enjoying Chelsea Curto's books. I am having such a good time, and I'm feeling like, since I'm in a reading slump, I'm feeling like I just need as much romance as I can stand. So my plan tonight is to finish Caught on Camera and to possibly even start Camera Chemistry. And then obviously it's Monday night, so it is Love Island night tonight. But also too, sorry about Navy squeaking his ball in the background, but it is Love Island tonight, so I will be watching that. So I am about to grab some dinner and feed Navy as well, and hopefully I can finish this book. I am pretty far into it. I have 9% left, so I'm on 91% through this book, chapter 46. So I definitely think that I can finish this book tonight, because I really, really want to finish a book. So yeah, I'm struggling. And like, I want to read Beartown, but I just cannot. I cannot right now. And then the fantasy book that I started, I can't do that right now either. So I'm struggling. So yeah, I'm going to read this. I'm going to put the audiobook back in, because I feel like that will be my keys to success, is audiobooks. And if they also happen to be on Kindle Unlimited, that's even better. So that's my strategy for now. If the strategy stops working or it doesn't work, I will reevaluate and we'll see. So that's it for now. I'll update you guys again later. This book is going to be 4-star. I really, really like it. So that's where I'm at. And I am going to update you guys again later. I'm going to go ahead and grab some dinner and get Navy together and call it a night. So with that being said, I will talk to you guys again when I see ya. Hello. Okay, new day, same spot essentially, but like just kind of flipped a little bit. But okay, so reading update. So last night I did end up finishing Caught on Camera, and I gave it 4 stars like I thought I would. And then also last night I did end up starting Camera Chemistry, which is like a novella, but is like the first book, I guess. Essentially it's like 170 pages. I'm still reading it. I'm on chapter 21. I'm thinking I might finish it today, tonight. I don't know. Like I mentioned, like I am in a reading slump. So I'm like, if we're talking, it's taking me this amount of time to read 170 pages. It's been 2 days. Like it's bad. Like obviously I know my slump is not as bad as some other people's because I am still like actively finishing books, but at the rate that I read and the amount of books that I read and at the speed that I read, this for me is just very slumpy. It's very like not good. So I don't want to like discredit or try and like say if you're only reading 1 book a month that like that's a slump and you're like not. I'm not trying to say that at all, because if you read 1 book, 1 page, 1 chapter, you are a reader and you are valid. And I would hate to ever make anyone feel that because they don't read as much as I do that they're not a reader. So I just want to go ahead and get that out of the way. We're all readers here. We all love books. We all love stories. And that is the vibe that I hope to convey here on this channel. We do not read or shame. We do not shame anybody for the type of books they like to read or the way that they like to consume on this channel. So I don't want to have any of that here. So anyways, back to Camera Chemistry. So I'm pulling up the ebook. I am now on page 104. Well, actually no, because I did listen to a little bit in the car on the way home before my mom ended up calling me. So I'm on chapter 21, which is page 109. So I'm 63% into this book. So I'm hoping that I can finish that this evening. We'll see though. But the reason that I started this clip was because I got this in the mail, which it is from Danny Francis, and it was delivered to my mailbox, I guess, today. I put this in a while ago, and so I guess it's just now getting delivered. But this is for Silver Elite. So in this, it came with this Danny Francis sticker and this Danny Francis, oh, is it upside down? Danny Francis sticker, like signature sticker for the book. And then it also came with this fan art of the main characters. And on the back it says, "Trust no one, reveal nothing, stay alive." And then, "Thank you so much for picking up this book and joining Ren and Cross on their journey. It means the world to me." From Danny Francis. So this is the little pre-order campaign that they did for Silver Elite. So I did recently just get the audiobook from my library. So I'm like, will I be picking this up soon? Maybe. Probably sooner than I would like to think, but that's my update for now. I'm going to try and finish Camera Chemistry and potentially see about starting something else. I don't know, we'll see, but that's where I'm at. I'm gonna let Navy inside and I'm gonna make dinner, and I will talk to you guys again later. Hello, okay, so I finished Camera Chemistry by Chelsea Curdo. I finished listening to the audiobook, and I think I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars. Like, it was cute, it was short, it was sweet. So yeah, now that I'm done with that, like I'm literally not in the mood for anything. Like I don't want to read anything else. Like I'm like, could I start something? Yeah. Could I continue something that I've already started? Also, yeah, but like nothing sounds good. Nothing sounds good. I'm like, I don't want to read anything. There is nothing even remotely calling my name right now. Like I am going to look back in my like Libby for audiobooks. So I have Silver Elite, that is available to me. I have Any Trope But You, that's available to me. A Kingdom That's Cursed and Empty, which I have started. I'm about 8% into that. Not in the mood for that. I've got The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Not in the mood for that either. Nocticadia. Not in the mood for that. God of Fury. Not in the mood of that either. Reign of Shadows and Endings, also not in the mood for. Heat of the Everflame, no. Behind the Camera, which is book 3/2 of that series that I just started, like the Camera Chemistry and Caught on Camera. So book 3/book 2, I don't know, it's weird because like the first book is the first book, but it's technically like a novella, so they're not like counting it as the first book. But regardless, anyway, it is Behind the Camera, and it's a single dad sports romance between like the coach's daughter, the coach's like goddaughter or whatever. So the main man from Camera Chemistry, his daughter, because the way that this like thing works is like you had the main man, and I forgot her name already, but then it was like Sean and Lacey who were like in Caught on Camera, and Sean's like the football coach. But Sean is like best friends with that other main guy, and Lacey is best friends with the girl. And so because they got together from that photo shoot, Sean and Lacey met, they became friends, fell in love after fake dating. So now Sean, like I mentioned earlier, is the football coach to this like professional football team. So one of his players, and since Sean is best friends with that first guy, he is the goddaughter. Maven is her name. So it's going to be between Maven and one of Sean's players. I feel like that was really complicated, and I was like explaining all of that for no reason. You guys probably literally don't care. But anyways, it's romance between them two. So that's an option. Not really in the mood for that either. Like when I tell you guys I'm not in the mood for anything, like I literally mean it. Not for a mystery, not for a literary fiction, not for a romance even. Like, you know it's bad if I'm not in the mood for romance. Not in the mood for fantasy, not in the mood for anything. Just not in the mood. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to start something else. If I do, I don't know what it's going to be. That's my update. I finished 2 books, so that's good at least, but like, now what? Like, I don't have anything that, like, I have so many things in there that I'm like, I'm wanting to read, but like, nothing is calling to me. Nothing is sounding good. So I'm like, now what? So I don't know. I have about an hour until Love Island comes on, so I would love to start something new, but I don't think I'm going to. But yeah, that's my update for now. I'm probably just gonna go lay down, and I'll talk to you guys again probably tomorrow. I don't know, maybe probably the next time I start a book, which could be tomorrow, could be a few days from now, I don't know, we'll see. But that's it for now, and I'll talk to you again later. Hello. Okay, so it's now Wednesday, and I do have a couple of packages to unbox because clearly I'm not reading the books, but they keep showing up at my house, so love that. But it is getting ready to storm. That is why it is literally so dark. But I did have a reading update. It's barely an update, but I did start God of Fury, which is, honestly, I don't even know which book this is. This is the 5th book in the Legacy of Gods series by Rena Kent. I'm on chapter 3, which is 5% in. So I just started the audiobook on my way home from class today. I had to go into class to take a midterm, so I just started that audiobook on the way home. I don't know how I'm feeling about it so far. Like, it's just whatever. We've seen that same freaking like cat and mouse scene like 6 times at this point. Like, we have seen that scene so much that I'm like, everyone was literally there. Like, at this point you could tandem read the daggum thing, but that's beside the point. I don't know. It's like, I'm getting frustrated because I want to read so bad, and like, nothing is sounding good. Nothing is calling to me. Nothing speaking to me. Like, literally nothing is like, I can't. Like, I literally just want to read so bad, and I feel like nothing is doing it. But let us open these packages. So I have one. Yeah, it's about to throw down outside. But I have one Amazon package and one Aardvark package. So we'll start with the Amazon one. This is 2 pre-orders. They came today instead of yesterday because I think these are 2 like re-releases. So we'll see. I know what one of them is. I can't remember what the other one is though. Oh, okay. So 2 re-releases. Yeah. So we've got Metal Singer by Rachel Schneider for this first one, and it has the like metallic-y silver, like the metallic blue lettering that the original did not. I think the original, the letters were white, but I got the traditional published version of Metal Slinger. And then I also ended up getting The Wrong Game by Candy Snyder with the new cover. I thought this was so cute and I'm excited to read this one. This one was also picked up traditionally as well. So these are the 2 books from the Amazon package that I received today. And then for my Aardvark package, I don't know if I told you guys, but I canceled Book of the Month. I am strictly only going to be getting Aardvark boxes from here on out. I just prefer Aardvark. I like their choices a lot better. Their customer service is just better to me in my opinion. Anyways, so Aardvark, their pricing is a little bit better. I mean, their pricing is similar, but yeah, I prefer Aardvark over Book of the Month at this moment in time. So I have since canceled my Book of the Month subscription, so I will no longer be doing Book of the Month unboxings. But as far as my Aardvark book, I got Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt, which I was on the fence about picking this one up because I have the first book in paperback and this one is obviously in hardcover. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick it up because of that, but I wanted to read this and I did not pre-order it. So I was like, might as well pick it up since I paid for my credit. So ended up picking this one up. And then for the bookmark, so the bookmarks are different. So it says, please don't mind our haircut. We're regrowing our ears and we're just in that awkward stage. So they gave us like an actual like bookmark that isn't the ears this time around, which is definitely interesting. There's that. And then the other side, it has like the little squiggles. So that is cute. And then of course it comes with the card with all of the choices and this month's bingo on it, which also too, I got this new camera. So I've had this camera for a couple months now. And so I'm still trying to like figure it out and learn it and everything. And the focus, like when I hold something up, is so bad. Like when I hold it up, like it takes forever to focus. And so this is a Sony camera. See, like it still isn't focused. Like I'm not cutting this clip at all, but like it's literally taking forever to focus. Like I don't understand why it's not focusing. Like there it goes. Finally, it like finally focused. But like this camera takes forever to like focus on something when I hold it up, and that's so annoying to me. But like, so this new camera is a Sony camera and I previously had a Canon, and I don't know if it's like the lens or if it's just the camera body, but there is something that's called like showcase mode, where essentially like, or like product showcase mode, where it's like if you hold something up to the camera, it's supposed to like recognize that you're showcasing something, and it's supposed to like have a speedier autofocus. And I don't know if my camera just is defective, but it literally doesn't work for me. So if you have this camera, I have the Sony ZV-E10. So if you have this camera, let me know if you also have issue with that, because it just doesn't like to work for me for some reason. But yeah, that's my update for now. I don't know, I might end up trying to start one of these. Maybe I'll continue something that I've started. I don't know, we'll see. Now I'm in the middle of 3 books, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna figure out some dinner, feed Navy, and do all the things. And I'll talk to you guys again later. Hello, I'm here because I have some good news. I am enjoying a book so much that I wanted to come home and read it. I have been listening to the audiobook of God of Fury by Rena Kent. This is the 5th book in the Legacy of God series, and I am eating this book up. Like, I am in the mood to read this book. I'm in the mood to listen to the audiobook. Like, I'm actively wanting to pick this book up, which is a good sign. I don't think that is me by any means being out of my reading slump at all whatsoever, but I think that me coming home from work after putting an audiobook in this morning while working and wanting to continue to listen to that book all day at work and then in the car on the way home, and then still continue to listen to it until I finish it once I get home, I feel like that is really, really good progress. That is honestly my secret to reading so much, is I do have a job where I am able to listen to audiobooks while I work. So that is my hack, if you will. So I do listen to quite a bit of audiobooks at work, and I am eating this one up. Like, I feel so good for the first time in like 3-ish weeks. Now I'm like listening to a book, I'm reading a book, and I'm like, okay, yeah, like I want to just eat it up. I want to not put it down. And so it's got me excited. I feel like this is really good news. I feel like this is the start of 80 million stairs to get out of this reading slump. When I tell you guys, like, I'm literally trying to claw my way out of this reading slump, I mean it. Like, I want to be done with this reading slump so bad. So that is where I'm at right now. It is Thursday and I am done with my work week. I am not done with my schoolwork, but I do have a little bit of a lighter schoolwork load this week. So I'm hoping to finish my assignments this weekend. I am hoping to, hopefully, if I can do what I'm supposed to do, finish all of my homework tomorrow. So that way, Saturday and Sunday, I do not have to worry about it. And if I'm in the mood, then I can just read all day Saturday and all day Sunday. But it is Thursday, so Love Island is coming on tonight. So I will be wanting to watch that. There is about 3-ish or so hours until Love Island comes on this evening. And I have about an hour and a half, if that, left in God of Fury. Now, once I'm done with this book, what am I gonna read next? I have no clue, but I'm wanting to read, and I feel like that is just like a really, really good sign. So once I'm done with this, I'll figure out maybe what else I want to possibly pick up next. But yeah, I'm starting to feel it again, and I love that. So maybe this will be the book to get me out of a slump, but I don't want to say that too soon, because then I don't want to like finish this book and then all of a sudden I'm like back down and hating reading. So I'm really excited. So I'm good to go. So that way I can read my book, and I'll let you guys know when I finish it. I don't know what my rating is going to be. It's feeling kind of like a 3.75 star, but yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. So maybe dark romance was the way to go. So maybe I'll try and pick something still in the like darker realm to see if I can keep the momentum going of like continuing books and wanting to read more. But I love romance, and yeah, so yeah, but okay, so I'm gonna go and I will talk to you guys again probably once I finish God of Fury. So I just finished God of Fury, and I really, really liked it. I am deciding to give it 4 stars, I think. I don't know. I feel like it kind of has really, really kind of just like reinvigorated my love for reading. So that's good. I want to keep the momentum going. So I think I'm going to try out a dark fantasy romance. So I'm going to go with A Deal with the Shadow King. I think that's the name of it. It's one that I unboxed earlier in this video. So I think I'm going to start that. It's also on Kindle Unlimited as well. So I think that is where I'm like leaning. I'm hoping that like the dark fantasy romance vibes can keep the momentum going. And then if it does, then we'll see what else we can get into this weekend. So that's really exciting. But I did see on the back of the book that it is a standalone. So even though it is a series, the book itself is a standalone, and I feel like that is also what I need as well. Like, I don't think I need to be reading anything that's part of a series that spans multiple books at this point in time. So I think I am going to start that. It is currently 6:55 and Love Island drops in about 35 minutes or so. So I'm going to start that, I think, and then see how much I can read in the next 30 minutes, and hopefully I like it, and we'll see. But yeah, that's my update. Finished a book. Was really, really enjoying said book, making me want to start another book immediately after finishing that book. So fingers crossed that the slump is over. Fingers crossed. Is it? Do I think it's over? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this next book treats me. And if I read this book and want to continue onto another book immediately after, then I think that means that the slump has disappeared, and then we can end this video, which will be nice. So I am going to go grab that book and get to reading, and I will update you guys again. I might update you before I go to bed to give you kind of an update on how far I'm in the book and if I'm liking it and whatnot. So yeah, that's where I'm at now, and I will talk to you guys again hopefully later tonight. Hello. Okay, so I wanted to give an update. So I have been reading A Deal with the Shadow King for a majority of the day. I've been reading it pretty like off and on all day, and I'm really liking this. I know that it's a standalone, but the more that we get into it, the more I'm like, there's no way. But I mean, I guess it'll probably just end on like a happily ever after, I'm assuming. I'm literally almost done with this. So I am currently on page 296, which is the start of chapter 38. So I literally have like this much left, and I am actually enjoying this way more than I anticipated and or thought. So this is a slow burn fantasy romance. It is saying that it is considered a dark fantasy romance, but in my opinion, it's not very dark. So obviously everyone's level of dark is different, but to me, and especially based on God of Fury, this was not dark. Like, this is not dark to me. But I will say, like, there are some darker elements in it. So there is a list of trigger warnings at the beginning. So definitely, if you're thinking about picking this book up, check those before if you are sensitive to any topics. But this is honestly, it's really good. Like, I know that I had told you guys earlier when I had unboxed it that the back of it said that it was giving Beauty and the Beast and Hades and Persephone vibes, and to me, I don't feel like that is quite accurate. Like, I feel like it's giving more of like, what's the one where they travel, where like it's like mirror on the wall? Is that Sleeping Beauty, or is that, I think that's Sleeping Beauty, or maybe that's Aurora, I don't know. But whichever like Disney movie has like the mirror on the wall type situation, and then so it's giving that. It's also kind of giving like ACOTAR vibes, because there's this curse and they have these masks that they wear. So if you are into like masked men, this book has that. And yeah, I don't know, because it's like they're traveling and walking through mirrors. It's giving like urban fantasy, but also not, because they are in fairy, and like there's elements from like what they called the old world and the new world, which is like obviously like back in the day versus like now. And because they're in fairy like sits in the middle, so they travel through mirrors. So essentially they can travel to either like the old world or the new world through these mirrors. So it's like you get kind of like a back in the day, like olden times, they don't have electricity type fantasy vibe, but also at the same time of it being an urban fantasy as well, which is so interesting and unique to me. Like, I've never read anything like that before, so I'm really enjoying that aspect as well. I also really like that they are traveling through mirrors. I feel like that is not really something that I have read before, so I'm really enjoying that aspect as well. And this book is not a why choose, but like it's giving why choose vibes. So there's that, and it's also a like slow burn, so that has been like interesting. I will say that because I am in a reading slump, I feel like it did kind of take me a little bit longer to get into this than it normally would, but now that I'm in it, like, I do not want to put this book down. Like, I'm probably going to order the next book in the series, even though like this is going to be a standalone. But I really like the author's writing style. But I will say, so it is dual point of view, but like there isn't as much of Damien's point of view as there is Nell's point of view. But I will say, I think it was like a typo in the like physical books, but on the Kindle, because this book is on Kindle Unlimited as well, each chapter has the person whose point of view it is in, but the physical book does not. So if you do end up deciding to grab a copy of the physical book, just know that it does not differentiate between whose chapter it is at the heading. So I don't know, maybe that was just, maybe I just got a defective one, and or maybe that was just like overlooked or something. I don't know. This is obviously independently published, so obviously like some mistakes like that can happen, but I don't think that that is hindering my enjoyment of this story at all. Like, I am really surprised by this book. I just cannot believe that I'm enjoying this book as much as I am. So I don't know, I'm feeling like my slump is starting to lift, so we'll see about that. But I'm definitely going to be finishing this book tomorrow. Part of me wants to go ahead and like knock it out and finish it and see how it ends, because I want to know like what is about to happen. I feel like things were starting to get a little bit juicy here in the last like few pages, so I'm like, okay. Also, this book is pretty low on the spice scale, I will say as well. So if you're looking for a like spicy fantasy romance, this is not really that kind of vibe, which is obviously fine. I thought that it would be a bit spicier, but like I mentioned, it is a slow burn, and especially considering it is giving like those why choose kind of vibes, like I assumed that it would be a bit spicier, but it's really not. And so if you don't mind like a little bit of spice in your fantasy romance, then I feel like this is a good book to check out. Also, like, I don't know, I am glad that I picked this up. I'm enjoying this a lot right now, so I'm definitely going to be finishing this book in the morning, and I feel like that is a good sign that I'm like, okay, I've stayed up. It is like almost 11:30 p.m. I've stayed up this late to try and read as much of this book as I can, and I definitely want to finish it tomorrow. So I'm like, that's a good sign. I'm thinking I'm gonna wake up so I can finish this book tomorrow. So loving that. That is an amazing sign. That means that I'm hopefully, you know, coming out of the reading slump that I've been in. So love that for me. I would love to end this video in the next couple of days and be completely out of my reading slump, but obviously we'll see about that. Like, obviously I am planning to end this video like in a couple of days, but if I'm still not feeling out of my slump, then I will do like a part 2, and this will be like a reading slump diaries type situation. But I'm really hoping that I don't have to do that, because I'm hoping that God of Fury and A Deal with the Shadow King has cured me of my reading slump. So we'll see. I'm going to go to bed now. I am getting very sleepy, and I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to finish this book. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again hopefully tomorrow. Good morning. So I have done all of my doom scrolling for the morning, so I am going to be finishing A Deal with the Shadow King now. I am still on page 296 like I was last night. I haven't read any more, but I have around 50-ish pages left in this, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock in and finish this. I'm definitely interested to see how this is going to end, especially with it being a standalone. So yeah, I'll probably end up ordering the next book once I'm done with this as well, because I'm definitely interested. There are 3 books that are currently out, and I know there's a 4th one that's planned to come out soon, I think. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this, so I'm going to continue it, and I will let you guys know my thoughts once I'm done. Okay, so it has now been a little while, and I finished A Deal with the Shadow King, and I feel like this did not end as wrapped up as I expected it to as a standalone. Like, it's very obvious that this is a series, and I mean, technically it was like happily ever after, but I feel like there's still so many loose ends that you need to read the second book if you want a conclusion. So I'm definitely interested to see how things go in the next book. So based on the description of the next book in the series, it seems like we are going to probably be following Lori, and I forgot his name, it starts with an E, but we will be following the Winter King and Lori, so I don't think we'll be getting any more of Nell and Damien, but I feel like their story isn't complete. So I'm definitely interested to see how they will factor in to the next book. Like, I'm sure obviously that they will have cameos and things, but yeah, I don't know. But as far as my rating for this, I'm giving this book 4 stars. I am starting to feel like I am more out of my reading slump, which is amazing. So I am wanting to pick up another book right now. So that is good. That means that I am wanting to read. So I'm thinking about picking up a romance next. I'm thinking I'm going to be picking up Any Trope But You by Victoria Levine. And honestly, I don't know what this is about. I'm thinking it's forced proximity, but we will see. I'm super excited to read this. I got it through Aardvark. I don't really know what this is about. It looks very like wintry, so I don't know. I got the audiobook from Libby, so I'm thinking this will be what I pick up next. And then I do have some homework that I need to work on, so this will be a good one to listen to while I am doing my homework a little bit later. And yeah, so I think the slump might be over. Yeah, I'm still a little nervous to say that right now because I still feel like it's taking me like a little bit longer to actually like get into the books and like want to read them and like want to pick them up. So I don't know. I'm still very like hesitant to say that the slump is over, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. And fingers crossed that the slump is ending. Guys, I have really good news. So I finished Any Trope But You. So obviously, as you guys know, I started this morning and it has taken me about 12 hours to finish it, but I finished it in one day. Literally, I just feel like this is such a good sign. I feel like this is like showing that like we're about to be back. And as far as this book, I really enjoyed it. I'm giving it 4 stars. I feel like it is a perfect like winter read. I feel like around Thanksgiving, Christmas time. So like November, December, January, I feel like this is the perfect book for that time of year. It takes place in Alaska. We're following Margot. She is a romance writer who has essentially lost all hope in romance, and so she ends up writing alternate endings for all of her books that are not so happy, and she keeps them in this folder called Happily Never After, and it gets leaked on a like Zoom call podcast interview type situation. And so her sister ends up sending her to Alaska where she meets Forrest, and they end up falling in love from there. And yeah, this is honestly so good, and I definitely would recommend it if you're looking for like a cute romance book. So yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited that I finished this today. I really enjoyed it. See, because now I'm like romance. I'm like, let's read all the romance. So I don't know. I have a couple of romances that I've got my eye on. I did just grab the audiobook from my library of Caught Up by Navessa Allen, which is the second book in the series that is whatever that series is. And I haven't been hearing the best things about Caught Up, so I'm definitely interested to see what I'm going to think about that. But I'm thinking I might start that one tomorrow. I did not do any homework today. I didn't do any yesterday, I didn't do any today, but I have to do it tomorrow because obviously it's due tomorrow, so I will be working on that tomorrow. But I am getting ready to go to bed, so it is 11:30 p.m. so I'm getting sleepy and I'm going to bed. But I thought I would let you guys know that I finished this book and I'm feeling so much better about my reading. So hopefully the momentum continues and I can continue to want to read and consume stories. So with that, I'm going to bed and I will hopefully talk to you guys tomorrow for the last day of this vlog. Hello. Okay, so it is now the next day and I'm about to start on my homework. So I need an audiobook to listen to, and I've got 2 options here. So I've got Caught Up by Navessa Allen. This is the second book in the Into Darkness series. This is a dark masked romance, and from what I'm getting from the back is that it seems like it's also kind of like mafia too, possibly. Maybe. So this is the first option, and then the second option is Left of Forever by Tara DeWitt, and this is a small town romance, I think. Yeah, so I don't really know what this one is about. I read the first book in this like this series, I guess it is. So I guess this is following Sam's parents. Honestly, I don't know. Ren. Okay, so this is a second chance romance. So now that I'm thinking about this, I don't really know if this is the one that I'm like leaning towards. I don't typically love second chance romances. I don't know. So maybe I'm thinking I might go with Caught Up. I'm gonna try and see. Okay, I know, guys, like literally 2 days ago I was in a reading slump, and I could still possibly be, but part of me is wanting to read both of these today. So I know that's very like ambitious, but I don't know. I do have the audiobook for both, so I could, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to start with, Caught Up, because yeah, I feel like this one might be a little bit more better for what I'm like looking for versus Left of Forever. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start this one and see how I'm feeling about it and get going. But I am about to do some homework, so yeah, that's my like plans. I told myself that I was going to start doing homework at 10 and I want to be done by 12, so it's now 9:59. So I got a bookmark and I'm going to go ahead and get to reading and doing homework. Hello. Okay, so I finished Caught Up by Nevessa Allen. So I have not updated you guys since I started this earlier at like 10 a.m. but it is now 6:51 p.m. and I literally just finished this book like not even 2 seconds ago. But I wanted to give my like rating and thoughts a little bit on this book. So I will say, now this might be an unpopular opinion because I've been hearing people like this one less than Lights Out, but I personally liked this one more. I feel like the growth in the writing definitely shows, and I feel like the growth in the storytelling as well, because I felt like Lights Out, while it was a dark rom-com, like I felt like there was a lot about it that wasn't super dark, in my opinion. But this felt more along the dark lines. Like we had like the mafia ties, which I really enjoyed, and the fact that Lauren is like a cam girl, which was interesting, and her dad was also kind of like involved with the mob as well. So it made it a little bit more like darker, I guess. I don't really know, but it was still had that like comedic aspect that makes these like dark rom-coms so fun to read. So I definitely liked this one more than Lights Out. Like I still really liked Lights Out, but I feel like as far as like the darkness aspect, I feel like this one was better. And I feel like I was able to follow the story in this one a little bit easier as well. So I don't know. I think I just like this one better. So with that, I'm giving this book 4.25 stars. And with this, I think it's safe to say that I am officially out of my reading slump, which is so good because I just have been wanting to read lately and I just have not been in the mood. So yeah, I hate that. That sucks so bad, but I'm happy to announce that I'm officially out of my reading slump. So that means that content can start back, because obviously I had made an announcement on my YouTube channel in like the community tab that I have been going through reading slump and that content was obviously slowing down since I wasn't reading anything. And now I feel like we can get back into it, because I'm definitely going to be starting a weekly reading vlog next week, or tomorrow really, and I am going to obviously finish my Frederick Bachman taste test video that I started, and hopefully can finish that this upcoming week as well with my like weekly vlog that I'm doing as well. So that is where I'm at now. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for literally like being here while I've been dealing with being in a reading slump, because it has actually been so awful. Like it has literally sucked so bad. And so thank you all for continuing to be here and support me and my channel. And so with that being said, if you have made it to this point in the video, leave the snooze emoji in the comments to let me know that you made it to this point. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me, and I will see you guys in my next video.